Eli White's 2 home runs lead Braves to 4-2 win over Reds in Speedway Classic. Eli White shattered the mold with 2 astonishing home runs that carried the Braves to a 4-2 triumph over the Reds. And it might just reshape how we view neutral site games. But here's where it gets controversial. Hosting a major league contest inside a NASCAR speedway still splits fans between calling it a thrilling showcase and decrying it as a gimmick. At Bristol Motor Speedway on Sunday, White's first blast cleared the outfield wall and hammered the safer barrier, a foam-filled structure designed to cushion impacts, giving Atlanta a 3-1 lead in the second inning. White wasn't done. In the 7th, he led off with his 6th homer of the season, a solo shot that soared 413 feet to left center and effectively iced the game. Cincinnati might have hoped for a comeback, but the Reds went just 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position and stranded 12 men on the base paths. Reliever Brent Suter, 1-2, took the loss. Atlanta arrived at Bristol having already clinched the season series against Cincinnati by winning 4 of their first 6 matchups. They split the first 2 games in Cincinnati before heading to Tennessee. The matchup was originally set for Saturday night, but was halted in the first inning by persistent rain. When play resumed Sunday afternoon, rookie right-hander Hurston Waldrep, 1-0, took the mound for Atlanta. Called up overnight from AAA Gwinnett, he drove nearly 250 miles with his girlfriend, woke up at 4:45 a.m., and still managed to deliver 5 1/3 innings of 1-run ball for his first major league victory. "It's been non-stop since we arrived," Waldrep said. "I barely had time to process it, but I'm grateful and thrilled by how today turned out." And this is the part most people miss. Third baseman Austin Riley had to exit early after diving for a grounder in the first inning of the resumed game. He left in the 3rd with lower abdominal pain, re-aggravating a strain that sidelined him from July 12th to July 25th. Manager Brian Snitker warned that pushing Riley too hard could land him back on the injured list for the rest of the year. Riley, a 2-time All-Star, is hitting .260 with 16 homers and 54 RBIs in 2025. Now it's your turn. Do you think neutral site spectacles like the Speedway Classic enhance baseball's appeal? Or do they undermine the game's rich ballpark traditions? And should managers be more cautious about player health in unpredictable weather? Share your thoughts, agree or disagree below. Reds vs. Braves, postponed game, Snoop Dogg concert, more. It's a painful reality that the Reds left Bristol without a victory. Despite the electrifying atmosphere at Bristol Motor Speedway, their efforts on the field fell short, resulting in a 4-2 loss against the Braves on Sunday. After experiencing a rain delay that pushed the game to an extra day, the Reds couldn't convert several scoring opportunities, leading to their defeat and losing 2 out of 3 games in the series that began earlier in Cincinnati. Reliever Brent Suter expressed the team's disappointment. "That's a tough loss right there. We got a fun atmosphere. I'm very grateful to be playing in this one. But once it came down between the lines, we were 100% committed to winning and doing everything we could." As an added treat for fans, there was a concert scheduled with Snoop Dogg following the game on August 11, which would feature the Reds facing off against the Phillies. The Reds fully embraced the racing theme of this unique event and enjoyed a special clubhouse visit from the nighttime concert stars, Tim McGraw and Pitbull. Nevertheless, the main goal for the team was to secure a win and enhance their chances for making it into the postseason. Currently sitting at a record of 58 wins and 54 losses, Cincinnati is competing closely with the Padres, who hold the last wild card spot in the National League. However, Mother Nature had other plans. The rain forced the teams into a challenging scenario, with rookie Chase Burns delivering an impressive performance in the first inning, striking out 2 batters in his 18-pitch perfect outing before the rain halted the game. This disruption meant that Burns would not return to pitch when the game resumed the next day, leading the Reds to rely heavily on their bullpen for the remainder of the contest. Manager Terry Francona acknowledged the challenge, noting, "You deal with what is thrown at you. And hopefully, when something does get thrown at you, you deal with it to a point that we can win a game." And we didn't. We were unfortunate, I admit that. But that doesn't mean we can't win the game. For Burns, the 22-year-old rookie and the Reds' top prospect who hails from Tennessee, playing in his home state was a memorable experience. He remarked, "Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. First MLB game in Tennessee. I had fun, and I was grateful for it. Mother Nature didn't want us to play, but it is what it is. I got my inning in. It was a cool experience." Cincinnati was forced to utilize 5 different relievers to navigate through the rest of the game. We were all thinking, hey, let's win this game. All hands on deck. Let's do whatever we can to do it. Obviously, the circumstances, there's adversity there, stated Suter. But this is the big leagues. If you're afraid of adversity, see ya. It's part of the gig. Suter became the pitcher who conceded 2 home runs to Eli White. The first being a thumping 3-run drive to left field in the second inning, allowing Atlanta to take the lead. White later added another homer to left center in the 7th inning, this time against right-hander Scott Barlow. When action resumed, with the Reds holding a 1-run lead and having 2 men on base, the Braves called upon rookie pitcher Hurston Waldrep. The Reds attempted a daring double steal with Elly De La Cruz and Austin Hayes. But De La Cruz was out, and ultimately, the team failed to score any additional runs during that inning. Waldrep successfully pitched for 5 2/3 innings, showcasing effectiveness that kept the Reds at bay. Throughout the game, the Reds struggled to capitalize on their chances, leaving 12 runners stranded on base. In the 8th inning, they still had a shot with 2 players aboard and 2 outs, but were unable to deliver a key hit to even the score. Francona reflected, "We kept thinking that we're going to tie this or keep it going, but we just couldn't get a big hit. We definitely had opportunities." Their most significant opportunity arose in the 9th inning, when T.J. Friedl started with a single to center field against Braves closer Raisel Iglesias. Matt McLain nearly delivered a game-tying home run, but his shot was caught near the top of the right field wall by White, forcing Friedl to hold at second base and restricting McLain to a single. McLain commented on the near miss, saying, "I thought it had a chance, but you never know. It didn't go out. Stuff happens. Sometimes balls go out, sometimes they don't. Hit it harder next time." After Iglesias struck out De La Cruz and Hayes popped out foul near first base, pinch hitter Jake Fraley also popped out to third, effectively sealing the Reds' fate. Despite the loss, the event left a lasting impression, drawing a record attendance of 91,032 fans to the renowned motorsports venue. Still, winning was vital as the Reds gear up for a crucial 3-game series against the Cubs in Chicago. As McLain noted, it's all about the game. The stuff before was amazing. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But at the end of the day, it's a baseball game, and we didn't win, so it's unfortunate. But we've got another one tomorrow. What do you think? Was the experience worth the loss, or should the team have focused more on winning? Share your thoughts in the comments.